Getting stronger in the gym. Getting stronger in the gym is going to help you build a more shapely and a more muscular body, which once we actually do cut some body fat off and have a fat loss phase, typically when people go through a building or aka bulking phase or putting on some muscle, eating a little more food before a fat loss phase, what happens is they prime their body, then they go into a fat loss phase. They trim the body fat off they either gained in the bulking phase or excess body fat from before. They trim that body fat off, and then they like their body. They like the way they look a lot better than if they had just went through a fat loss phase, especially if they just yo-yo dieted through a few fat loss phases. But if you just go through a fat loss phase, sometimes people realize, oh, I just look a little thin, I look a little flat, and not exactly looking fit or in shape. And that's where strength training, resistance training, weights, and all that comes into play. Lifting weights, is adding weights to your routine, is especially as a woman, is not going to make you super bulky. It takes a lot of hard work to really work those muscles on a week in and week out basis, and to eat enough food consistently, and to sleep well, and to drive growth and to recover properly. So just by touching weights, you're not going to bulk up. I promise you, the research shows this. But what it will help you do is it'll help you boost brain health. It'll help you boost blood flow to your brain, and organ health, and bone structure health, joint ligaments, your bones, your muscles, your tendons, and all the things are getting exercise when you lift weights and resistance training, strength train. And so I highly recommend strength training even on a fat loss phase and in a building phase, or especially because those things are going to help you build and or maintain muscle while making sure that most of the body fat or most of the weight that you're losing, the scale weight or the number, the weight, it ensures that most of that weight is coming from body fat as opposed to a combination of body fat and muscle, or mostly muscle. We do not want to go on a weight loss plan and end up learning that we have been losing mostly muscle the whole time and actually keeping body fat. That actually increases our body fat percentage and will decrease our health. So I highly recommend strength training. And the main way to get strong and to get stronger in the gym is progressive overload. That's the number one principle. We'll add a few more after this that will help it. But progressive overload is the number one technique that in the gym or in a workout routine that will make you stronger, build more muscle, and have you looking and feeling better and and working hard. And so progressive overload is just the statement of you're going to progressively overload your weights and your exercises. So progressively, as in as you go, you're going to increase weights as the current weights you're using are getting easy. So if you're on the same workout routine and you're using the same weights and they're getting very easy and you're not increasing that weight to challenge yourself, you're going to see you're more than likely going to see a stall with any progress with your physique, and with muscle and with any type of gains or anything like that. Also, which gets us into the next point, is that we got to make sure that we're having a little bit of novelty, which means a little bit of newness in our training every once in a while, because after we get on a plan for 3 to 4, 5 months of the same workout routine, our body is very, very resilient and adaptable. So it will actually adapt to that workout routine. And so that workout routine actually begins to become much less effective, which is why it's good to maybe cycle through, if you've been doing low rep training between 4 reps and 6 reps with a certain amount of weight for a long time and you're starting to stall out, maybe you should lower the weight and go higher rep, or maybe do some powerlifting for a month or two. So just changing up your routine can really make that stimulus to your body and your muscles very, very new. So we always want to make sure that we're changing up our routine, and that doesn't mean to change it up every week or change it up every 2 weeks and to not be consistent. But once you've been consistent with a certain plan for a few months, 3 to 4 to 5 months, it's good to maybe swap up the style of training, as in like the rep ranges, as in the exercise order, the intensity. Maybe you have a heavy strength block, that a high rep, high volume hypertrophy block, things like that. And so we want to make sure that we are on a program routine consistently, and we're consistently progressively overloading. So just progressively getting a little stronger and a little stronger at a time, whether that's increasing weight sets or reps, or even in intensity and technique, which means like slowing it down, getting better in the movement, making it harder by going heavier, things like that. Another technique to add in to ways to get stronger in the gym. Number one is progressive overload. Number two, we want to make sure that we are doing it consistently, but also making sure we may need to change up the routine every few months. Another big part of it is technique, tension, and slow eccentrics. So what we like to do in the gym, a lot of times we like to just go in and work out and move a weight from point A to point B, and that can have benefits and that can start to begin to build muscle and things like that. But what we don't want to do is we get it to where we're in the gym every day and we're just kind of slinging weights around and we're not really utilizing our body and form and technique correctly or to its best potential. And so the best way to get the most out of an exercise is always going to be to have proper technique and form, to have good tension through the target muscle and into the core, into the areas of the body that are stabilizing, as well as I recommend slowing the eccentric down. The eccentric portion of an exercise is just the lowering exercise. So if it's a bicep curl, the eccentric portion is the lowering. Most exercises on the eccentric lowering part, that is where a lot of the mechanical damage happens that actually will be repaired later to grow new and bigger and better muscle. And so it's super, super important to really slow down your exercises, really master the weight, master the form. And I recommend going lighter weights at first, and or if you've been doing an exercise pretty well at this pretty heavy weight, but you really want to slow it down and do what we call a 4-second eccentric. So if you do a bicep curl, you curl up and then you're 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back up. That allows you to really have that time under tension. It really allows your muscles to really get a lot of mechanical and of heavy tension on the muscle, so that that actually can get a stimulus for growth and for working, and so you can get the benefits of that. And so it's really important to really slow down your exercises, slow down the movements, master them, really get into that, really create tension and really target and mindfully connect to that muscle and really make sure you're hitting the area that's intended to be hit. And my last send off with ways to get stronger in the gym and why that's important is that it's extremely important for proper recovery and quality sleep and quality stress management for you, in order for you to increase your strength and increase your performance and increase your body composition, build muscle, lose fat, be of better health, sleep better, all those things. If you're sleeping better, if you're managing stress properly, and if you're recovering properly from your exercise sessions and from your life, then you're going to see much, much, much better results multiplied by many. Much better results with your performance in the gym, with your muscle gains, with your exercise, with your body tone, with all those things. Body tone really is muscle density. So if you're making your muscles more toned, what you can really think about that is you're building muscle internally into the muscle, making it more dense, which makes it more shapely and makes it pop more, which is what we actually want. All of us, men, women, we all want to look good in a bikini. We all want to look good in our swimsuit. We all want to look good naked, and we all want to look like we are in shape and fit, and like we could move or be active in any moment that we want to be. And so like I said, we'll end there. Proper recovery, quality sleep, and stress management is so, so important for your gains, for your health, and for you to achieve the goals that you desire in a much easier and shorter time frame. And so, stress management looks like meditation for me, and I really believe that meditation is the number one and biggest and best stress management tool. There are over 100 ways to meditate as well. So pick meditative walking, maybe just listen to some music and just latch on to the music, but just research yoga, things like that. Well, exercise, some workouts are my meditation because I really focus on that mind muscle connection, but it's not really, you can't really call it a stress managing activity if you're doing a stress inducing activity like exercising. So it's really a little contradicting there, but find a meditation or a self-care routine that works for you, that you can de-stress your nervous system, stop the thinking mind, stop the worrying mind, and allow your nervous system to de-stress and to feel good and to recover. When your body gets in that calm state, your body is very, very smart and resilient. It's going to start putting into movement those practices and the things that your body internally knows how to do to heal and recover. We just have to turn this off first. We have to turn this off to allow our body to de-stress and to allow our mind and body and this God-given vehicle that is holding our souls in to do what it is meant to do and to heal us and to keep us feeling good, so that our souls keep making good decisions here to just help one another and to add to the consciousness of the world, if you will. And so big points here: make sure you're managing your stress effectively, that you're getting quality sleep, that you're properly recovering. We want to make sure that we are having good technique and form with our exercises, and that we're slowing down those movements, and that we're having a lot of mechanical tension, and we're going slower on the lowering portion so that we can really get the most out of the exercise, begin to master the exercise, really feel those muscles being used. And then of course we want to make sure that we stick to a plan consistently, but that we swap up the style of the training program every 3 to 4 to 5 months, so that we can make sure we're getting a newness of that stimulus. It's gonna give you good results. They've had many good like bodybuilders who have had amazing results, but they've been doing a very similar routine for a long time, so they would actually change them up to a much different routine. And even those advanced lifters were able to see some more gains just by changing up to a newer stimulus for the muscles, which I think that's super cool. And then the number one principle for getting stronger in the gym, and that will lend to building more muscle and having a more shaped and toned body, is progressive overload. Make sure that you're progressively over time overloading your exercises, which just means to make them harder. Progressively over time, increase the difficulty of your exercises so that you get better and you can actually see the performance get better. If you're lifting 3 sets of 10 at 60 pounds for 2 weeks, and then you up it to 70 pounds, and then you up it to 80 pounds, and then you up the reps or you change the schemes, but you're lifting more weight for more reps each week as you go, you're going to see progress with your strength and performance. And then what typically follows is you're going to see improvements with your body composition and muscle shortly thereafter. So get stronger in the gym. It's going to help you stay leaner, stronger, fitter, and healthier for life. Manage stress, progressive overload, really feel the muscles while you're in the gym. Focus, put good work in. Don't be there all day, but put good work in while you're there. And it'll help you get bigger, get stronger, make you be leaner, stronger, fitter for life.